Grading beams are becoming more and more popular when you're finishing and levelling up on larger areas. So we've put together a video for you that will answer some questions that we frequently get asked. Keep watching to find out more. So the first question is, what material can the grading beam be used with? When you're levelling out an area where predominantly you would be trying to get a nice flush surface, so like in a landscape scenario, or when you're doing a footpath or driveway or something like that, so it'd be like your topsoils. The crushed materials like crushed concrete, type 1, type 2, virgin and recycled materials, and the sands and stuff like that. They're the kind of materials that you would generically use really with a grading beam. Question number 2. When should you use a grading beam over a grading bucket? It's really down to your choice, but I would say if you're having to level out a large area, that's definitely when you would want to use a grading beam. You're able to pull more material and get a better result with it than just with a grading bucket. Of course, there's some very skilled operators out there, and you can give them any bucket and they'll make a brilliant job of it. But talking just, in the general sense of it, a grading beam would be better used when you've got a large area to cover. The grading bucket, I suppose, is when you're a bit more sort of one-on-one with what you're doing, really. I suppose you've got a smaller area and smaller scope, but it's up to you. You can use both items in that scenario, but in a larger area, definitely the grading beam works better. Question number 3, can grading beams be used with a hitch? Yes, it can. And obviously a hitch makes life so much easier anyway, because you can change your attachments very, very quickly and more safely too. So the answer to that is yes, very simply, yeah, it's compatible to work with a hitch. Question number 4 is, can we have a bolt-on cutting edge? Now, we haven't set up our grading beam to work with a bolt-on blade because it's got quite a big surface area underneath. It would have to be a very big blade, which would be very expensive basically. You'd obviously have the cost of your grading beam, and then to have a blade made to suit this size of product would actually be very expensive. Obviously, if you also then add on a blade, you then take away your sort of like nice flat surface. Another good reason why we don't add on the bolt-on blade is because it would make it a very heavy product then. So operating on some of the smaller machines would be quite a difficult task. And also, we have made this a very, very strong product anyway. We've put in lots of gussets to support it, and the way the frame is set up is strong and rigid, so it doesn't actually need the bolt-on blade to give it support. And question number 5, can a grading beam be used on a micro machine? I would say that's kind of down to the operator's discretion really, but yes, you can. You can use it. We've got many customers that use it on the micro machines. We offer 2 sizes of grading beam, a 1200 and a 1500. We definitely would recommend when you're using it on a micro machine that possibly you go for the smaller one, the 1200, but it does work and it is compatible. It's down to what you feel comfortable when you're using, what machine you're using and whether you feel comfortable in operating your machine using a grading beam. So there you have it. That's our 5 top questions on the grading beam. And if you would like to see one in use and find out some more information on a grading beam, please watch this video here.